For cheap and reliable coins, head over to utnice.com and go to the checkout. Once you've picked the coins you wanted, use JT11 as the code and get yourself an extra 6% off on your orders. What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at big boy Phil Foden with his big upgrade to an 84. He has had a lovely start to his career. He is only 21 years old. He's been in the game since FIFA 18, starting at a 65, and previously he was a 76 and a 79 in 20 and 21, and this year he has stepped up a +5 with the chance to be an absolute superstar. Last year we did see a 98 Foden to finish the game. What will he end up this year? Let me know down below. That is going to be the comment of the day. What rating will Phil Foden end up in FIFA 22? So he's a 4-star, 3-star, left-footed, standing at 5'7", with a flair trait, and that is it. Everything else is computer AI. Obviously, being in Prem, Man City in England, as you can probably tell, we've got good pace, relatively decent shooting with a nice hunter on top of it. It will make 94 pace, 84 shooting, turn him into an 86 rated cam. Obviously, he's going to be somebody who's going to be pushing forward more than kind of like the base midfielder, so we'll be trying him out as a more attacking midfielder than anything. His dribbling looks actually really nice for an 84. Passing wise, good short, long pass a little bit lacking, vision's nice, curve again is okay. Stamina seems to be relatively around normal, to be fair. I don't think it kind of ventures too far up, too far down from that. And then we have no strength. So let's jump straight into him. I'm thinking he's going to be a relatively good player. He's coming in at 31,000 coins, so a good price for an 84. Let's see what he's all about. Into a bit of Phil. What can we find? We're just going to go with a cheeky little back heel. Going to let him go forward a little bit because I feel like he's going to be better pushing forward, as we can see. Again, with the little 1-2s. Finds him Pele. Pele's going to go all the way. I wanted it to Vardy, but unfortunately we didn't have that quick reaction to pass it off. Foden coming in with a header. You want to see that from him. He's pushing up real hard. That's what I like to see as well. What can we find? Can we find St. Max on that wing? Oh, that is stunning if he gets to that. That is a ball and a half. Finds it into Vardy. He's got an easy finesse. Phil Foden, tip your hat. That was absolutely stunning. I think that's what potentially some 84s can have. You've got the right stats. He's got the passing. And all you've got to do is be a little bit more clever with the ball. And you've got passes like that. It's just next level. And again, he finds the ball. I like that he's really pushing already. That's what you want to see from him. We want to try and get him in just to see what that shot's all about. But he's really doing well for me to start with. I'm actually really happy with what he's doing. Again, tries to feed that ball into Vardy, and he seems to be the one that's really attacking in that midfield. Into Pele again. Oh, nearly gets the fake shot off. Doesn't manage to pull it off fully, but we know that he's going to be able to do that at some point, and that is going to be the dangerous move. I don't think you could probably let anybody such as Pele or even any of the top tier icons really turn with the ball. As soon as they get that shot off, you know it's going in. Phil getting the interception and the tackle. That's what we want to see from him. Finds the ball over to Vardy. Kind of a loose pass, if anything. Oh, you just love him on the ball. He's absolutely killing it in that attack. Oh, even Tellez is having a little bit of a day as well. Phil picking up the ball very early on. Manages to keep the play going. Going to find it back into him, possibly. We did try it, but I don't know what Vardy was doing. And again, we see him in that middle. Going to push him forward as he always does. But again, Vardy with that lack of passing really hindering the attack. Phil Foden feels very nice on the ball. He's got a lovely little lob into St. Max. Straight into Pele. 1-2, and I've left it too far. But again, Foden doing absolute work in that midfield. Philly Foden picking out Saint if he can just get past that final man. Unfortunately, out losing that battle. But again, Foden just creating, and that's something that's... what I was finding with Bruno as well is they just create so much more for you. Phil skipping past everybody. Lays in a bit of Saint. Going to pass it into Pele. He's going to knock it into Vardy, who again is going to miss such an easy chance. Pele just a little flicking for Lucas Moura. Passes it across, just hoping for anybody to get onto it. Going to try and find outside the box for a bit of Phil. Goes with a finesse instead, and again, it's a great save from Asensio. That's a wonderful ball in from Phil, but we cannot convert. I don't know what it is this game. Last game was absolutely scoring for fun. This game, we are really struggling just to get that final shot in. Oh, Phil, given an absolute masterclass here. That is beautiful. Doesn't necessarily need the speed, just a little bit of turning, and it's an absolute finish and a half. Finds it, sets it, finesses it. Beautiful. So going into the overall for Philly Foden then, absolutely fantastic cam. Very nimble on his feet, very much like a Bruno and a KDB. Quite good on his dribbling, great passing, pace is nice, good acceleration on him. That's the one thing that I noticed, that once he picked up the ball was fantastic on that run, but his passing, there was one that really stuck out. It's a cross ball into Saint, it passes it in, and it's a goal. It's absolutely spectacular. And I think most definitely with a Hunter, just adds that little element of an attacking role as well. You just know that he's got that feet where he can just produce a little bit of a masterclass. Obviously his traits, he has got flair, which again is quite nice. You can't argue with it. Sometimes you do need a bit of flair in your game, make it a little bit more entertaining. In terms of his price, I think yes, it definitely is what you could imagine for an English Prem 84 to start with. More than likely he will drop down as we go forward, but for right now I think he's definitely worth a little pickup. There is definitely players out there that are just as good, but you are looking at the same price. Like I think Bernardo Silva again is a very good player, very much like a Philly, and with a Hunter pretty much turns out the same sort of player, and he is necessarily a little bit cheaper. It is mainly the English and Man City that really work in its favour, and then the Portuguese for Silva, because you've obviously got the likes of Bruno, KDB that are the options as well. So I think as an 84 most definitely is up there with one of the better ones. In terms of the overall picture, you're looking at Bruno, KDB as the top, maybe Bernardo Silva's kind of on that same sort of wavelength, maybe just a little bit better in terms of dribbling, just because obviously the higher dribbling, but doesn't have necessarily the better pace in the overall. But for me, I think an 84 30k, I really can't grumble with him. I think if he does manage to get a couple of informs, we're going to be really hearing that name in people's teams. I don't think it'll be too long before we actually see him being the kind of face with a KDB, a Bruno, and obviously Foden. So very, very good player. If I was giving him an overall, I think as an 84 he's definitely a 10. In terms of kind of like all of the gold cards, I'd have to give him a solid 9.4. I really think he's up there. Obviously I'd love a bit more of a weak foot. The 5-star again is not necessarily, but I like the 4 at the very minimum. Left foot is a nice little option. Great dribbling, passing is very nice. If that goes up as well, even better, absolutely even better. So we will hold fire for a review on Foden's inform, next inform, whatever promo he gets it in. Hopefully he does it soon, because I think this card definitely has some legs to go forward with. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. Let me know down below what you think, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.